Welcome back to Maula Cognition. Today we are looking into some of the false claims of these Dawah groups, so-called Islamic clerics, religious leaders, so-called Islam lovers, Ummah lovers, all these clones. We asked them, who are you? That's the first question we like to ask these so-called Islamic activists. Who are you? Why are you pretending to be the defenders or preachers of Islam? Who appointed you? Did Allah appoint you? No. Usually Allah appoint prophets and awliya. Did Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam appoint you? According to Hadith, Prophet never appointed anybody. He left the decision to the Sahaba that whoever they want to appoint, they can appoint. This is the Sunni Aqidah, Sunni belief. This is very false because every prophet named his successor or multiple successors. So we know that there are prophet named successors. So in the same way, the scholars or the leaders were appointed according to the Quran and Sunnah. But who are you scholars? Who are you these people? They breed from these Islamic colleges, Dawah colleges, from the certificate of Google Sheikh or from the University of Unbelievers. You are pretending to be the scholars of Islam. So recently we looked into the claims of these so-called scholars. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reminds us in Surah As-Saf that Allah asks, "Oh, you believe, why do you say what you do not do? Most hatred in the sight of Allah is you preach what you do not practice." So this is the summary of that ayat. So in that ayat, Allah is telling us, don't preach things that you don't practice. So basically these Dawah people, they say, oh brother, akhi, we love Ummah, we want to do good things for the Ummah. We are defending Ummah, we are protesting against Israel, we want to boycott our necessary medicines and important household things, that we have to boycott Israel to support Palestine. So this is a news from Anadolu agency. It's a Turkish news agency. So Apple accused of sending employee donation to Israeli army, illegal settlers. So let's explore how these so-called hypocritical, evil and wicked Islamic scholars, how are they living? When you go to next time, the so-called lectures of these, your so-called spiritual leaders, religious leaders, look at what device they use. They all use Apple Watch, iPhone. They don't really boycott. They ask you to boycott your life-saving medicines, food, drink, other kind of grocery supplies. But when you come to these square heads, these idiots who masquerade as religious leaders, the forefront in living a luxurious life, not only luxurious life but also promoting those products which they say that we have to boycott. So let's see one of the square head what he used in his dawah. This is Mufti Usman bin Farooq, One Message Foundation. Look at their lifestyle. Look at Usman bin Farooq, the way he's dressed. Does that represent Islam? Does that represent Quran and Sunnah? No, it doesn't. This lifestyle doesn't represent Islam and Quran and Sunnah or the lifestyle of any of the prophets. So he said that scholars are the inheritors of prophets. But definitely these are not inherited. These are imitators of. They are imitating who? Not Christian priests, not Jewish priests. They are imitating who? Secularists. Their heart is enslaved to secularism. They are not practicing religion. So let's click the video and see what they're saying.
And this is, late 80s. That's nifaq.
Now look at the guy here. This guy, he got an iPhone. He is using the latest iPhone and he is representing Islam, he is representing justice. He is Qaimun bil Qist. This is the ayat. Those who represent Shahadat, Shahid Allah annahu. Those who are holding, Allah is holding justice. Allah is the most just. And who? The angels and those who believe, they are witnessing that there is no God but but Allah. So they are holding, they are standing firm on justice. So this is what the ayat in the Quran, chapter 3, verse 18. So does these people really represent justice? Does they represent? Do they represent the Islamic belief, humanity? No. This is the condition of 21st century scholars. They are the worst of creatures. They are, according to Hadith, they are the worst of people. Prophet Sallallahu says, what I fear is more than Antichrist, Dajjal, is the corrupt, misguided and corrupt scholars. You see these clones, they're thinking that they are doing a big service for Islam or big service for Allah. No, they are doing service for their intellectually manufactured false religion, which they label as Islam. This is just an example. So the other guy also took his phone out. You can see Mufti Uthman. You see, what kind of Mufti? Who make the Mufti? Who appoint these so-called fraud sheikhs and scholars? These are money-making machines created by Antichrist to serve falsehood. They are not standing upon the principles, neither religious principles or humanitarian principles. They say one thing and they do something else. So this doesn't mean that this is an anti-Semitic preach. Okay, if they want to support IDF, let them buy more iPhone and let them support IDF. I don't mind. It's their business. I have nothing to do with these people. But I have something to do with the common people. The people who are brainwashed, the people who are deceived and tricked into believing that this is Islam, and these clones are they are the representatives of Islam and they are defenders of truth. They are not defenders of truth. They are not representing Islam. They are representing their own false ego. If you can see it, you have this vision here. This is just an example. You can, when you go for next so-called Islamic conference, so-called Dajjalis conference, look at your imams, look at your scholar, look at yourself. Stop judging Awliya Allah. Stop judging saints. Don't tell that Ibn Arabi is committing shirk, Al-Hallaj is committing kufr. No. You are the people very dishonest. You are the hypocrites. You see the faults in the people who are beloved to Allah, but you are wicked and adulterous generation. You don't find fault in your own stupidity, your own arrogance and your own pride, your own luxury. You don't find stupidity in it. Wassalamu ala al-mursaleen walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.